Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're getting hands-on with a piece of gear that is literally the heartbeat of high-precision manufacturing and research. We are talking about the Geowell GWSPB Series oil-free scroll vacuum pump. If your current project demands an absolute, uncompromising, high-quality vacuum environment, you are in exactly the right place.
Let's be real for a second and confront a reality we've all probably faced in the field. Whether you're running a semiconductor plasma polisher or pulling a vacuum on a highly sensitive electron microscope, ask yourself this: can your system survive a single rogue oil molecule? Can your process actually afford even the tiniest microscopic mistake?
Because we all know the stakes, right? In this industry, invisible oil contamination is the ultimate enemy. Traditional oil-sealed pumps, well, they come with this constant, nagging risk of oil backflow. Just one tiny oil molecule migrating back into your vacuum chamber can trigger a catastrophic failure. We're talking ruined batches of incredibly expensive chips, completely trashed experimental data you've spent weeks compiling, and sky-high maintenance costs from relentless oil changes and leak mitigation.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly tackle the contamination challenge, break down the core scroll principle, check out the key technical advantages, run through the product matrix, and wrap up with precision applications.
All right, part 1, the contamination challenge. We're looking at eliminating oil right at the source and fundamentally changing how we generate a vacuum.
And the ultimate fix here is oil-free scroll technology. By definition, this is a vacuum generation method built entirely from the ground up to operate without a single drop of oil. No oil for sealing, zero oil for lubrication. So by totally removing the oil from the equation, backflow becomes physically impossible, period. This guarantees the pure, ultra-clean vacuum environment that high-precision processes absolutely need to stay stable and safe.
Okay, let's dive into this next part, the core scroll principle. These are the kinematics behind that clean vacuum.
The internal geometry of the pump bed is honestly brilliant. You've got this dual scroll design. There's an orbiting scroll plate sandwiched perfectly against a fixed scroll plate. Driven by an eccentric shaft, that moving scroll performs a super precise planar orbital motion right around the fixed scroll.
And that precise motion drives a slick three-step kinematic process. Step 1. Gas gets sucked in through the inlet and captured in these little crescent-shaped vacuum chambers. Step 2. As the scroll orbits, those crescent chambers migrate toward the center and keep shrinking, which effectively compresses the gas. Step 3. The gas gets discharged right out the exhaust port in the center. But here's the absolute genius of the whole shebang. Throughout this entire cycle, the orbiting and fixed scrolls never actually touch. No rubbing, no friction parts in the gas path whatsoever, which means zero need for any lubricating oil.
But they didn't stop there. The GWSPB uses an exclusive bellows seal structure. This is a vital component because it physically isolates the bearings from the gas flow path. It guarantees absolutely zero oil contamination from bearing grease, and as a huge bonus, it seriously cuts down on vibration while the pump's running.
Moving right along to Section 3, Key Technical Advantages. Let's look at how we engineer the perfect vacuum.
All right, for the engineers and facility managers tuning in, the hard specs really speak for themselves here. You're getting a 100% oil-free gas path, which is massive for ensuring high product yield. There are absolutely no friction parts in that path. The whole series is completely air-cooled, so you can skip the headache of plumbing complex water cooling infrastructure. Maintenance, it's practically a breeze. You only need to replace standard wearing parts, like tip seals, every 16,000 operating hours. That's roughly 2 whole years of operation. Plus, the whole thing is globally certified with CE, ROSH, and ISO 9001 marks.
Now, if you're working in an analytical lab right next to your equipment, this next stat is a real game changer: 50 decibels or less. To put that into perspective for you, 50 decibels is actually quieter than your standard kitchen fridge. It's barely a hum. It's definitely not going to disrupt your working environment.
Performance-wise, it hits an ultimate pressure of 0.7 pascals or lower on models like the GWSPB 250 and 300. And as we know, a lower ultimate pressure equals a much deeper, cleaner vacuum. It's perfectly suited to meet those really strict high vacuum demands.
Section 4, the GWSPB Product Matrix. Let's talk about specifying the exact right equipment for your operational needs. So, Geowell offers a complete range across 5 different models, designed to scale seamlessly with your facility. At the entry level, the GWSP75 gives you a pumping speed of 3.78 cubic meters per hour, ideal for smaller instruments.
And that scales all the way up to the absolute beast, the GWSB 500, which pushes a massive 24.84 cubic meters per hour for heavy-duty industrial systems. Basically, whatever flow rate your process chamber demands, there is an exact fit here.
And the performance data brilliantly illustrates this stability. When you look at the performance curve, there is a distinct plateau. Regardless of how much inlet pressure fluctuates, the pumping speed stays remarkably solid and efficient across the entire primary operating range. You aren't going to lose efficiency just because your pressure dynamics shift during a cycle.
Finally, Section 5, Precision Applications. Where does the GWSB actually thrive?
Let's connect those technical specs directly to the real world. You'll find these pumps serving as the literal beating heart of some massive systems. We're talking integrated into semiconductor plasma chip polishers, tucked under scanning electron microscopes, and powering critical medical low-temp sterilizers.
These are high-stakes industries that literally cannot function without a 100% oil-free, totally stable vacuum source. From high-precision leak detectors and analytical testing systems to cutting-edge new energy battery PVD coating processes and even aerospace simulation chambers. If your process absolutely demands zero contamination, this pump is your engine. To wrap things all up, the Shenyang Geowell GWSPB isn't just a piece of hardware. It's a complete, reliable, and maintenance-friendly solution. You've got KF quick-fit flanges for fast pipeline hookups, single-phase wide-voltage motors so it works anywhere globally, and it is backed by a solid 12-month warranty from delivery, alongside lifetime technical support right from their engineering team.
So, I'm going to leave you with this thought to mull over. Take a hard look at your current vacuum setup. Are you risking your yield on outdated oil-sealed technology? Which GSPB model are you going to spec to support your next big innovation? If you are ready for a clean, stable, and totally hassle-free vacuum source, it's definitely time to reach out to Shenyang Geowell. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Explainer Engineers. Keep innovating.